Success as an ACN independent business owner, IBO, is not guaranteed, but rather influenced by an individual's specific efforts. No one can be guaranteed success as an IBO. This presentation was recorded during the Melbourne International Event, 21 to 23 September 2018. This presentation may contain information regarding the ACN compensation plan, promotions, and product pricing, which has changed since the date of the recording. Views expressed and any claims or comparisons made by IBOs presenting are theirs and not ACN's. Please check acnpacific.com and IBO back office for up-to-date information.
What I'm going to talk about today is, in order for you to become successful in our industry, I really want to take you through some powerful information today. I want everyone to take a lot of notes, because what I'm going to train is what I have done. Because of this system, because of the powerful leadership, because of the incredible support we have built a multi-million-dollar business operating in multiple countries. The reason I'm saying this is, think about it. I don't know anyone in this country. If I could do, somebody who have no experience, somebody who don't know nothing about network marketing, somebody who never understood anything about business and talking to people. If I could do it, everyone else could do it. Who's ready? So today, I want to talk about the most important phases in our network marketing industry. See, there is a lot of terminology, but what I really want you guys to focus on what exactly that means. A lot of you are actually doing this, but I really want you guys to focus on what you're supposed to do and where you are in. The first phase in ACN is phase one in network marketing industry in general. In fact, our co-founder, Mr. Mike Coopers, did an incredible job in explaining everything to the Asia Pacific leadership this morning about phase one. So the first phase is called phase one. In phase one, this is the phase where you will have a lot of momentum. What you would be doing is, when you get started in the business, what do? You acquire customers, you talk to people, you ask them, do you look at other ways of making money, and you acquire potential business partners, correct? That's what phase one. This is where you don't know much about the business. This is where you know very little, but you're getting a lot of results. Okay? This is what I say. Ignorance on fire is better than intelligence on ice. Right? So that is phase one. Now, when you go in the business, suddenly what happens is you'll get some success. And you go into phase two. Means you start to build a team, and you expect your team to do what you're supposed to do. So you tell people, say for example, you got started in the business, and you got a couple of business partners, and you tell them, you go get customers. You tell them, you go get business partners. That's what we call, you become into a management mode, suddenly you become a supervisor. This is where you experience decreased momentum. Now this is what happens. The third phase is managers. So in this phase, what you do is you manage the supervisors, and the supervisors go and manage the new people. Everyone is managing everyone, but nobody is doing the work. So this is where you will have no momentum. And the phase four is, this is where quitters. I'm sure there is no one in phase four in this arena now. But this phase where people say they blame everyone. They blame the services, they blame ACN, they blame their dog, they blame every single person. Eventually, they will have no momentum and they will perish from the ACN business. Now let's talk about this. In phase one, you will have massive momentum. I want you guys to write this down. Phase one. In phase two, what you do is you start to analyze things. You want to go into the back office. You want to look at things. You want to look at your downline reporting. You want to check your reports. You want to see everything. You're analyzing things, and you forgot what you're supposed to do, which is basically acquiring customers and acquiring business partners. And the third phase is you're managing. This is where you get negative momentum. And fourth phase, you say what? You blame everyone, you blame everything, eventually you quit. What I understood in this business is quitters never win and winners never? Okay, we all are winners here, right? Say, I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Great. Now let's talk about phase one. What exactly is phase one? In phase one, what you have to do is you need to introduce the people to the Asian opportunity through peaking, okay? Now, I want to tell you something. I don't understand why people are not excited about keeping ASEAN as not a secret. Now think about it. What our co-founders given us an opportunity to have a business. You can build a business in 26 countries and you have the opportunity to get paid in multiple currencies where you can't even pronounce, and you can get paid on the services almost as essential as oxygen. How many of you here used a mobile phone today? Electricity, internet, maybe gas. Imagine you don't have that. How do you feel? Lost? So in my opinion, what we offer is we offer oxygen. Who agrees with me that we offer oxygen? Or things almost as essential as oxygen. You guys need to be excited about the business and the things you have in your hand. So you need to always go and share the opportunity with each and everybody. I'm going to teach you some skills of what you should do, what you should say, and what is the process, okay? And in phase one, what we do is we acquire new customers. See, I want to tell you one thing. I always talk to my leaders. The leaders I work very closely with, I ask them, when you got your first customer, maybe 2 months ago, it's not about when you got your first customer. Ask yourself a question. Have you got any customer in the last 1 week? Have you got any customer in the last 2 weeks? It's not about the first customer. It's about the last customer. Why? Because you are doing what you're supposed to do. What do we do in our business? People don't follow what you say. People do what you do. We are a business where you have to lead by example and you have to show people how it's done. Now, I want you guys to write this down, that I'm going to acquire one personal customer. By show of hands, who's going to get one personal customer this week or this weekend? Only few of you? Okay, a lot of you. You know why? Because when you go and do it, your team will follow. It's not about what you tell them to do, you just show them how it's done. Okay, and the third part is launching new business partners, which is also part of phase one. Launching means very simple. You want to get people into the business, showing them what they have to do, get them into the system, and get them results. Because system produce predictable results. You don't want to make your business without a system. You need to have predictable results. How you get them is through launching. Launching the people the right way by showing the ASEAN opportunity. And you assist the new business partners, get them to your Saturday training. You know why? It's all about this. Ask yourself a question. You all are leaders here, right? How many of you are leaders? Okay, good. Ask yourself this one question. How many of you had a personal guest in the last Saturday training? Set that as a goal. If you don't have one, make sure the next Saturday training, you get an event, you get a new guest or a new business partner, get them to Saturday training, because that's what phase one. You know what phase one? I am phase one. I love phase one. I live in phase one. Because I never tell my team to do what they're supposed to do. I always tell them to follow what they're supposed to do. So who wants to be in phase one? Excellent. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you, each and every one of you, in how you can be in phase one. Phase one through peaking. What is peaking? Peaking means creating a curiosity for somebody you know or somebody you don't know. Peaking is not presenting. Peaking starts with you. Before you go out there and peak somebody, there are some things you have to follow. The first thing is, do you attract people or do you actually get people repelled from you? Do you attract people? Do you look sharp? Do you dress for success? Do you have the charisma? You know, the best cosmetic surgery we could have is the smile. Just say to people, hello, how is your day been? Are you excited? You know, that is something in this day and age, people are struggling. Imagine outside this ASEAN room, how many people you think they say, I'm excited going to work every day? No one, right? So when they come across an ACNer, you're portraying and you're displaying that positive energy. That's what attracts people. Because at the end of the day, you are the representation of ACN. You are the color of ACN. You are the color of ACN. Who wants to represent ACN in its best shape, best form, in its best entirety to people out there? It's you. You know what you should do? Go and look in the mirror. How good you're portraying the ACN opportunity. ACN don't need us to show how great we are. True? We've got a successful track record as a company. We need to make sure that we utilize it and you actually generate a business for yourself and your family. Okay, when it comes to peaking, there are 3 types of markets. I want you guys to write this down. Warm market, okay? That is the first type of market. The second one is gold market, and the third one is unlimited market. Now, again, fancy words. Warm market means very simple. These are the people who you know, okay? Gold market means these are the people you kind of know. These are the people, your accountant, maybe a business owner, people who are on the chicken list. How many of you here have some people in your chicken list and you haven't called them? Make sure every one of us actually have people on that list. You need to make sure that you take it and keep this as a priority to get people onto the chicken list. And I'll teach you what you should say to the people in chicken list. And this is the unlimited market. These are the people who you don't know. Now, in the time frame, what you do is you have to go and talk to people, the people you know, warm market, in your first 30 days. Your close friends, your family, your cousins, your friends, or somebody who is very close to you. That is, by the way, your practice market. If you really want to go all the way to senior vice president and regional vice president, do you think that just working in your warm market you will become successful? No. With gold market, maybe no. That is where you become successful. Your unlimited market, people you don't know, you need to understand that the skills you need in this business, you learn them, you master them, you make those mistakes, and eventually that's your ACN career. See, for me, from day one, I'm only working on unlimited market. You know what? I want to tell you something. Sometimes when I talk to the business partners who get started, they get upset. They get upset because their close friend or broke brother-in-law said, this does not work. But guess what? The thing is, don't let your emotions manage you. You manage your emotions. That's what I say to people. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it's all about the unlimited market. Now, when you start peaking, before you go and peak people, I want you guys to focus on this. If you're thinking and okay, I want to go and pick this person. And if you're thinking, if peaking is about you, now this is what happens. You will experience fear. How many of you are scared to go and pick people? Anybody? Who feels anxiety? Who gets stressed? Oh, I can't go and talk to somebody, I don't know. You know what happens? Fear of rejection. Fear of I don't know. Fear of what people think about me is what gets people not to do peaking. The only way you can conquer your fear is through action. Just go and peak out there anyway. Who's ready to go and conquer their fear this weekend? Yeah. Who's ready to get rid of their fear this weekend? Yeah. That's it. That's what we're talking. And when you're peaking, see, it's all about your mindset. The other person on the other end, they think, okay, this guy is trying to get me into something. And they feel, oh my God, okay, he wants something. He's trying to sell something to me. And the most important thing is, whatever you're saying, it does not matter what language, all they're thinking is, this guy wants something of me. But adjust your mindset. Now watch this. If peaking becomes easy and fun if it is not about you. Peaking, it will be fun. Who wants to have a lot of fun? Now think about it. ACN is a gift where we can give it to people and they can potentially change people's lives. Is there any company like ACN? We teach people how to convert a cell phone into a cash machine. Is it true? We teach people and we get paid when someone swipes the credit card or a debit card. How many of you have done a pay pass actually today? We get paid on swipe. Who's excited? That's what we're talking about, okay? So make sure when you go and talk to people, you listen to their why. Ask them how is things happening in life. Be an effective listener. The key is you need to listen. And your attitude and your mindset, it's all about how can I help this gentleman or how can I help this incredible lady? Because your conversation need to be genuine and authentic. Think about it. If I'm saying something with 99.9% authenticity, the person on the other end, he's only looking at the 0.1% doubt. Who agrees with me? See, when you have a conversation, you speak from your heart. Tell them, ask them. See, we've got 2:1, right? We have to use that in that proportion, okay? So make sure you be a great listener. Marry the process and divorce the outcome. See, when it comes to peaking, you will never become successful on day one. Now, the good thing is, if you are going to a university, you're studying, I'm telling you, you go write the exam, you don't worry about the results. How many will go to the uni and write the exam? 2, 3, no one? Okay. Okay, how many of you here go out there and peak a lot of people and you don't worry about the outcome? Only 3 of you? Okay, I need to repeat it then. If you really want to become successful in the unlimited market, what you have to do is you follow the process and you don't get attached to the outcome. You need to have 100% emotional detachment to the outcome. Who likes that? And potentially, you're going to change that person. This is exactly what happened in my organization. I picked a guy over 30 months ago at a shopping mall. I don't know what's going on in his life. And this guy is now a senior vice president. That is Mr. Bobby Shallan. By the way, who wants to override an SVP? Me too. See, one conversation you could have an SVP in your organization. So who's right now is excited and fired up and go get some Bobby Shallans in their team? Awesome. Okay. So guys, before you go and peak, there are 3 types of people. I want you guys to focus. There are 3 types of people. So the first type of people is what we call into the red category. So you need to master the ability and you need to have an incredible conversation with people. The first type of people are red. Now, red people are the people who you look up to. They're successful, they're CEOs, they're accountants, they're business owners. These are the ones who have credibility. They got a lot of influence. People follow them. These are the people who are in red category, okay? The second category are the people, greens. Greens means your friends who has, you hang out most of the time. They got young family if you have a young family. These are the people exactly at your level. That's green, okay? The third category are the people are called blues. They look up to you as a successful person. They see you as a successful person. They see you as, a success story for them. They are aspiring to become who you are. Now, this is what happens. In our business, always people tend to recruit a lot of blues. But people don't have that courage to go out there and recruit a red. If you want to build a multi-million-dollar business in ACN, you always need to recruit up. You need to go out there and get a red. Who wants to go out there and get a red category in your team? Just say red. Okay, that's what we want. You know why? Imagine you are the CEO of your own multi-million-dollar business. You have got somebody in your team, a board of director who is more successful, more incredible, more influential, maybe more good-looking. And they're going to build a business with or without you. Who would like to have a business which is on autopilot? Who wants to have a business on autopilot? Awesome. Excellent. So now what you do is this. If you learn the language, the right language of a profession, you will make a fortune. See, this is a network marketing industry. This is a profession. You need to learn what to say to people and the type of the language. Now, see, over the years, I have done a lot of mistakes. What I have put together is basically all the mistakes I have done, I actually categorized into this. And the things that work, that I categorized into the other slide. I'll show you in a second. So you need to avoid saying the following statements. I recently became involved. Okay, you need to come to a meeting. You come and meet my upline. Boring. What is upline? Don't say upline. You know what? As soon as you use these things, they relate our business to something they might have exposure before. Just say an executive or your business mentor, okay? Or you're looking for a business opportunity. Don't ask people, are you looking for a business opportunity? Never ever say, are you interested? And don't say 549. These are the things you should avoid in your conversations when you're speaking. Now let me show you what language you have to use. I'm working on a project. The project is to do with energy deregulation and technology. I'm looking for a key person. Do you keep your eyes open for diversification or expansion? It may or may not be for you. Let me introduce my executive and a business mentor who's going to run through all the details. Trust me. The key word is trust me. If they ask you, what is this about? Trust me. If they say, I need more details, say, trust me. If they want to know more, just say, trustme.com. Because that key, trust me, is the most important in your conversation. Your job is to get people in front of an expert. Now, this is the language which works, right? Now, let me show you something. If you're a new IBO, this is your role. You need to pique interest from your warm market or in your gold market or unlimited market, and your job is to invite people to a presentation, invite to your home meeting, invite to your quick start training, invite them to come to Saturday training. That's what you do. You just learn the process and you get. But if you're an experienced IBO, you're an executive team trainer and above, you can present the business and you can also show them. If they say no, you can acquire them as a customer. Who thinks that is simple? That's all you do, okay? Now, how many of you love social media? Everyone loves social media, right? Now, let me tell you guys something. There are a lot of do's and don'ts in social media. Now, I tell you something. A lot of the time, people think that if I do this, I can recruit a lot of people. So what I did is, based on my experience, I put some information there. These are the things you should do in the social media. Your profile need to be very professional. Make sure that your emotions are in check. You make sure that your emotions are in check. And also, you can post lifestyle posts, having good time with your family or spending quality time. So those are the things which creates curiosity. Remember, you use social media as a tool to create curiosity. And use hashtags. Now, for example, hashtags is incredible. When you put ACN25, we are ACN, touching hearts, changing lives. When you do that in your post, when someone click on that hashtag, it pulls. Facebook is amazing. It got a fantastic algorithm. It pulls all the information linked to that, and they can see all the information about those hashtags. Okay? And the last thing, use check-in feature. Everyone, by the way, can I ask everyone to get your mobile phones out for a minute? I want everyone to go on Facebook. Interesting, right? All you do is don't say anything about it. All you do is you press on check-in and you say, I'm excited, and you just check in. Because you're creating so much curiosity for all the people you have on your social network that could potentially create a conversation, which could potentially have an opportunity, and you could have a regional vice president, senior vice president in your organization. Okay? And I also have something. Don't do. These are the things you should not do. Okay? Don't talk too much about the services. Don't talk too much about the opportunity of what we are doing. The second bullet point, I think this is very important. Social etiquette. We all need to have it. I have seen many people spamming me too. So don't spam other people's pages other people's groups, other people's walls. And also don't misuse people's private messaging without building a relationship. Okay? You want to tell what you're doing to somebody on Facebook, but if you really want to have it, again, the key is you need to build that relationship first and create curiosity. Use Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, Bottom, WeChat, whatever, as a tool to create curiosity. Okay? Don't try to close a sale, and don't think that you put something on Facebook and you can recruit somebody. Recruiting is not an instance. Recruiting is something where you enroll somebody into ACN system. So all you do is you use this as a great tool, you create curiosity, okay? So who got some value out of social networking? Okay, and the last thing, the key is this. The key is if you want things to change, you need to change. If you want things to become better, you need to become better. Action is the only thing which changes things. So I want everyone to say that you're gonna be in which phase? Phase one. So you could be in phase one all the time, every time in your entire ACN career by doing lots of peaking. Who's excited about go and peak a lot of people this weekend? Keep doing that, because that's what it is. The key here is this. Whatever you learn today, you go and implement and you get some results. And you keep becoming better and better and better. The only way you become better at anything is you have to go out there and make a lot of mistakes, because practice makes better. So who's ready to go out there, be in phase one by doing a lot of peaking? Fantastic. Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much, ACN Asia Pacific family.